Hey, beautiful souls. I hope that you're all doing really, really well. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's reading we're going to be doing a pick a card reading to find out what it is that you need to know right now about whatever situation it is on your mind. So it could simply be about how you're feeling about yourself, about someone else, a decision you need to make, but it's just finding out the energy behind it, what it is that you need to know that you might not already be aware of, remembering that time is an illusion and energy is fluid. So the reading, when you watch it, is going to be aligned with your current energy, which can change at any time if you wish it to change, okay? If you would like to get a personal reading with me, my tarot website is currently under construction. So my work email address is below. You can flick me an email there and I can send you some information on how to make a booking with me. But I think that's all I really need to let you know at the moment. I am now going to show you the 3 different decks of cards that you have to choose from for your reading, and then we're going to get straight into the readings. Okay, hello. So these are the 3 different decks of cards that you have to choose from for your reading. So the Witch's Tarot is going to be pile 1 or reading 1. So if you're really drawn to this particular deck, then this will be your messages and your reading. This is a Luca Dex, which is I'm going to leave as a little bit of a surprise. They're very beautiful cards. So if you're drawn to this one, this is going to be pile 2 or reading 2. Pile 3, we have the Radiant Wilds Tarot, which is a brand new deck of cards that I've got, which are really lovely. So if you're drawn to this one, then that is going to be your reading. Now, you can, of course, use your own free will and watch all 3 readings if you wish. I do highly recommend, though, that for a really clear message that you just choose one. But of course, it is totally up to you. You can also feel free to share this video with someone who might like to watch it, and you can support me by subscribing to my channel, giving the video a thumbs up, and please feel very free to leave feedback and comments below as well. All right, without any further ado, beautiful souls, let's get into these readings. Hey, beautiful souls, for those of you who chose pile 1 or the Witch's Tarot, this is your reading, and this is what you need to know right now about your current situation that you may not already be aware of. So to begin with, we have the King of Cups. Man or woman, it does not matter. It's the energy that we're reading here. So with the King of Cups, what I'm getting here is, at the moment, this is energy that you're either stepping into or trying to step into or needing to step into. So the King of Cups is all about, the King of Cups is a calm leader. There's someone that's very emotionally intelligent. There's someone who can control their emotions, yet knows how to express them in an appropriate, kind, respectful way. They're very empathetic, considerate, really loving people. So this is energy that's surrounding you and that you're probably stepping into or needing to step more into in order to come more into your power, is what I'm getting here. Clarifying is the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like this is something that you're learning, an energy you're learning to step more into. Now, generally speaking, the Three of Pentacles is about not just like a solo journey of this happening, but getting help from others in order to get what it is that you're hoping to achieve, which is emotional mastery through the King of Cups. So perhaps you're either looking for someone like a mentor or a counselor or a therapist, or someone who can help you come more into this energy, because that is what's needed for you right now, is this King of Cups energy. I feel like for a lot of you, you need to start feeling more instead of overthinking is what I'm getting here, because I feel like for some of you, you're overthinkaholics, which a lot of people are, okay, because we're just constantly being bombarded by a lot of stuff, but we don't need to be. We only need what's relevant to us, right? So yes, someone is helping you with this, or you're going to be looking for someone that can help you step more into this energy. But yeah, you're wanting and needing to get into this and to be able to master your emotions more is what I'm getting here, and to feel more. Process maybe a lot of stuff that needed processing or needs processing. Talking about letting go of stuff, we have the Ten of Swords. So yeah, this is really saying that there's either been an ending with something, or there is something about to end which is no longer kind of serving your higher good, and it is for your higher good. I'm really being drawn to the owl in that picture there. Its eyes are beaming. So with this ending, it kind of needed to happen in order for this newness to come about. So I think because of this ending, you're now needing to step more into the King of Cups energy, and you're wanting to learn how to do that, or wanting someone to help you, support you into coming into that more. Maybe some of you are grieving a loss. Maybe some of you are thinking about ending something. It could be anything. It could even be something, and this is going to sound wrong, but I'm going to back it up. This could be as simple as there being an end to your way of seeing things and your belief system and your lifestyle. Now, when I say as simple as, that doesn't mean it's simple, but I think you know what I mean. It doesn't involve other people, but it does end up involving other people, in that they get the ricochet and the positive and constructive flow on from this ending and you stepping into the King of Cups energy, okay? Clarifying, we have the Emperor, Major Arcana. So this is you really trying to step into your power, as we said before. Maybe some of you are trying to control the outcome a little bit too much, or trying to control whatever this is from ending. But it needs to kind of end out. There's a cycle. There's a cycle here that, oh my God, there's a cycle here that really needs to end. It really does. And once it ends as well, you will come more into your power. And I feel like for some of you, that's really hard for you to wrap your head around. For some of you, you're like, I feel out of control. I don't know if I trust this ending, because that means that, like, what does the new thing look like? Because you got to remember that when one door shuts, another opens. And sometimes we forget that, okay? So this is when you allow this to end, whatever this is, you'll step more into this energy of feeling empowered, feeling like you have more control over yourself, over your domain, in a balanced way, of course. And it's beautiful that it's aligned with the King of Cups, because it's kind of that balanced energy of water and fire, right? And when you think about it, water and fire kind of like, what's the word? not kill each other, but they kind of cancel each other out in a way. Take it as it resonates for you. But yeah, you'll be stepping more into this energy, which is really lovely. And these two combined is a really lovely energy as well, because the Emperor is, you know, oh my goodness, the Emperor is, what is going on here? That's showing me that you really need to let go of whatever's trying to end. The Emperor is a leader. The Emperor is wise and knowledgeable and a leader, and that real kind of divine masculine figure when they're balanced. They can be in balance like any other card or any other person, but this is a good thing, especially coupled with this card here, because this is about emotions and mastering your emotions. So it's good to have the two. Now, your words of advice are, this is beautiful. We have the Magician, another major arcana. So major arcanas, all they're karmic cards. So there's lessons to be learned. And if you can learn them, then you don't have to keep kind of going through the hard challenges of having to try and learn again. So the word of advice is, you're going to be stepping into your power, and you're going to be learning, if you can take on board all of these messages, you're going to be learning how, you're going to be really starting to see how much power you have as an alchemist, or as the magician who is an alchemist, really. And realizing that you can make anything happen, but you've got to have the right intention and energy in order for that to happen. Clarifying, we have the Seven of Cups, because I think sometimes you can be a little bit all over the shop with maybe not knowing what you want, or there being too many options, or not knowing what to pick. For some of you, I feel like this is a time where you're really getting to know yourself and what you like and what you don't like, and knowing who you are. But I feel like for some of you as well, you've got a lot of options with whatever this means moving forward. I guess something else I'm getting from that as well, just bear with me for a second because it's coming to me, is that when you have kind of too many options, it can like kind of leak your energy. So I think this is really saying as well, you need to make a decision about what you want to put your energy into and what you want to manifest. So the Magician is saying you already have the tools, you just need to choose one path and commit to it, is the biggest message I'm getting from those cards of advice. So pile one, I hope you really enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated with you on some level, if not many. Please feel very free to give the video a thumbs up, to like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to get a personal reading with me, you can find my email below. Thank you so much for your ongoing love and support. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile two, or for those of you who chose the Luca deck, this is your reading. These cards are magnificent. I think they are anyway. Let's get into your reading. So, what you need to know right now that you might not already be currently aware of. Remember that this is a very general reading, so you'll need to take the message as it resonates to you, and that time is an illusion and energy is fluid. Knight of Cups to start with. There's some sort of offer here. It's an emotional offer. Whether this is, as I said before, you'll need to take this as it resonates. So this could be someone coming in with an offer for you, or it could be you making an offer to someone. Either way, there is some sort of offer coming in that has to do, it's an emotional offer. It's a knight offer, so it's a good offer with good intentions, but it's not a king, okay? It's not a king, But that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's a bad offer. It just means it's an offer. Actually, scrap all that. A king doesn't offer. This is an offering from someone or something, or you offering something to someone, okay? Now, we have the Page of Swords clarifying, which to me means that there's something about this offer that needs careful observation or needs to be thought about a little bit more, just a little bit more. See how this person is kind of like a little bit, it's kind of like they're a little bit, when you look at their face, they're like, what's going on here? Swords are all head and thinking and observation. So whatever this offer is, there needs to be some observation around it, whether it's coming in to you or you're wanting to offer something to someone. There's some sort of observation that needs to take place with whatever this offer is, just to ensure it's a good offer, or it's an offer that you want, or an offer that you want to give to someone. Two of Pentacles. There is also something that you have been juggling or are currently, well, you are juggling at the moment. So it could be a decision about something, or it could be you're juggling a few things at the moment, but it's becoming impractical for you, I feel, okay? I feel like this is really saying as well, you're needing to make a decision around letting one of these things go, but you're not sure of which thing you need to let go of that you're juggling, because you're juggling too many things is what I'm getting here. Ace of Swords is clarifying. So we've got another sword, some more sword energy. This is really saying that there needs to be a clear decision made around what you're going to do about juggling whatever it is that you're juggling, because it's going to make things a lot easier for you, clearer, and then you're going to be juggling less and feel less imbalanced. You need to be honest with yourself about this juggling act that you're doing, or about this decision that you need to make. Your words of advice are the Five of Pentacles and Judgment. So you've got a major arcana in here. Let's start with the Five of Pentacles. There's an imbalance here in something. And we got it with the Two of Pentacles as well. There's an imbalance here that needs to end, or needs to be balanced out. I feel like there needs to be a decision here about something that's being offered, or about something that you're offering to someone, where you need to think about it a little bit more and maybe step back and observe whatever this offer is, or whatever you're offering, because I feel like you're juggling. And I think you need to be really honest with yourself about what you're juggling and what you're going to need to decide you need to let go of, so you're not juggling so much, because there's this real imbalance going on for you. And it's a hardship. And with Judgment clarifying, this is really telling me to tell you that this is about a decision that needs to be made. You need to make a decision about what's going to happen here. This is Judgment Day. What are you going to do about this? Because this is big, whatever this is, because we have Judgment, which is a major arcana, which means a decision needs to be made here about this offer, or what you're offering, or what someone's offering you. there needs to be a decision made about it, because it's making you feel like there's imbalance. There's an imbalance. Be careful of an imbalance. So overall, I just kind of feel like you're either dealing with a person or some sort of opportunity or emotional situation where, with a person, I think, with either a person or an opportunity, sorry, I'm looking at the cards, or an emotional situation that feels uncertain. You've been kind of juggling realities and adapting to things constantly, and maybe tolerating less than what you kind of deserve. And what you don't really realize is that your intuition already kind of knows more than you kind of want to admit to yourself, I feel. And you've got to stop surviving and make a choice rather than allowing this kind of chaos to continue. Because this can end, but you need to make a decision about it. Otherwise, it will continue to loop. Another message here I'm getting is you can't heal in the same mindset that taught you to settle. So you need to see clearly, decide clearly, and kind of answer the call to leave lack behind. Pile 3, pile 2, I really hope you enjoy your reading. I hope it's given you some clarity and or insight into what's going on for you and what you need to know. Please feel very free to leave feedback and comments below. And I think you know everything else already. Lots of love and light. I'll see you next time. Bye. Last but very not least, my beautiful pile 3. Hello. If you chose the Radiant Wild Tarot deck, this is your reading. Please remember that time is an illusion and energy is fluid. Okay, so we're going to be looking at what you need to know right now about your current situation. We begin the reading with the King of Pentacles. You are coming into this energy. You are coming into an energy of feeling more stable, more grounded, more financially stable, and just really like grounded and stable, which I feel like for a lot of you is a really weird feeling or a weird phenomena, but this is happening for you, or you need to be stepping into this, or you will be stepping into this, okay? Let's look at the clarifier. The clarifier is the 9 of Wands. So this hasn't come easily, okay? I think for a lot of you, you've been battling a lot. You've kind of had a lot to carry. It's not the 10 of Wands, but you've been carrying a lot, but you're kind of like the wounded warrior where you're still going, okay? You're still going, but you're now stepping into this energy. And I feel like this is also saying to you, this is really important. You don't have to always be in this energy to feel stable and grounded and supported and like you're doing well financially, okay? You don't have to work hard, you can work smart and still be in the King of Pentacles energy. Because I feel like for some of you, you carry too much. And I think what this whole reading is going to be about is learning to trust the process more, and learning that it's now really time to trust that you are in a more stable place than you think you are, and you're coming more into that stable place, but to be able to enjoy it and just breathe is what I'm getting here as well, because I feel like a lot of you don't breathe enough. You've got to be able to know when to just kind of work smart and not hard, and when to stop and breathe and enjoy what it is that you have. Ten of Wands. Funny that this came up. Ten of Wands. So this is really saying that you have been carrying a lot. You've been carrying a lot. You've been carrying a burden. A burden is a negative way of saying it, but you've been carrying a lot. And I feel like what you're carrying is something that you're really passionate about, and something that is meaningful to you in like a creative way, or in a business sense, I feel, for a lot of you with the King of Pentacles. But this is a big thing that this person is carrying. It's huge. And with the Nine of Wands that you had before, it's now time to let go of this, because this is the 10, which means it's the end of a cycle, right? And clarifying is the Six of Swords, which means, yes, it's now time to let this go and to trust in the process moving forward, to moving into more kind of relaxed, calm, peaceful, grounded energy, where you're trusting the process, you know your worth, you know everything is under control, that you can't control everything, but things are better than what you think they are. Okay, so for some of you, you've been working a lot, you've been maybe working too hard, and there's this big lesson in carrying too much. We then have the Four of Pentacles. So this is saying that I think for some of you, you hold on too tightly to things out of fear of not having enough. From all the other cards here, I feel like it's out of fear of not having enough, maybe not having enough financially, or not feeling stable enough. You hold on to things too tightly. And I'm really being drawn to this person's posture. They're really kind of hunched over, which is not a great way to be, right? Because then our heart chakra is closed. We're not trusting in the process. We're not trusting in others. We're not trusting in ourselves, really, because if we can't just let go and trust the process, we don't trust ourselves. So I feel like this is kind of you needing to know that everything's okay, and you don't need to hold on as tight as what you are. You don't always need to brace yourself for a problem, okay? Because there's not a problem here. The only issue here is that you're carrying too much. The Empress is clarifying, which is a beautiful card, and this is really talking about, I feel, abundance and nurturing, and that this is kind of you holding on too tightly is blocking this, because there's this nurturing, this energy around nurturing and abundance and abundance. The Empress can be a man or woman, because the Empress or the Emperor is kind of above the kings, right? The kings and queens. So this is real, like, stability, enjoying life, abundance, prosperity, things are good, you can relax, like everything's really good, counting your blessings. So you need to relax more and trust in the process more, and know when to that you don't have to hold on so tightly to things. For some of you, it might be about holding on too tightly to money. I think you'll agree there's a fine line between being savvy and saving money, and then also like over worrying about it. And then, you know, that just creates a lot of kind of tension and feeling like you always have to overwork and work hard. And it's about working smart, not hard, okay? Because you're in a good place and you're coming into this really great energy. The King of Pentacles mixed with the Empress is beautiful. This is all earth energy, which is really grounded and stable and solid, especially financially and within the home as well. So pile 3, I hope you really enjoyed your reading as much as I did doing it for you. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, my website is currently under construction and it may be a while. So you just need to flick me an email. You'll find my email address below. And you can just flick me an email and we can organize a time for me to do your reading. I do them in person in Australia. But I also just do them online. And a lot of readings I do for people, I pre-record them a bit like these, and then I send you the link for your reading. If you don't want to get a reading, but you did enjoy this, you can also support me by liking the video and subscribing. Thank you so much for your ongoing love and support. I'll see you next time, pile 3. Bye.